Hi guys, and welcome to our review of 6.2. We're going to review Boyle's Law. Remember, Boyle's Law was a relationship between pressure and volume of a gas. And remember, it's an inverse proportional relationship, which means that when pressure goes up, volume goes down, and vice versa. When pressure goes down, volume goes up. We represent this with the equation P1V1 equals P2V2. Well, I hope that you've already finished practice 6.2 and that you've gone through the problems. You had to do 5 and 6 on your own, and I'm going to review number 5 with you real quick here. So let's read what number 5 says. So number 5 says, at a constant temperature, a gas that exerted a pressure of 940 millimeters mercury and that occupied 158 milliliters is compressed until its pressure is 0.83 atmospheres. What's its final volume? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to name my variables, right? I'm going to figure out that P1 was 940 millimeters mercury. V1 was 158 milliliters. Remember, I know this by looking at my units, right? Millimeters mercury is a pressure unit. Milliliters is a volume unit. It says it's compressed until its pressure is 0.83 atmospheres, and we're trying to find its volume. Now, before I even start this, I have to remember from our last video in 6.2 that my units have to be the same. I can't do this with this and this being different. So the question is, do I know how to convert one into the other? And the answer is yes, I do. We did that back in 6.1. Remember the conversion for, I'll put this down for a second. The conversion to turn atmospheres into Mmhg is that 1 atmosphere equals 760 Mmhg. So I'm going to turn this into atmospheres. I'm going to set up my factor labeling. Remember, what I want to get to, atmospheres, goes on the top. And what I want on the bottom is to match this top one. So I'm going to put my 760 Mmhg. This is going to allow for me to then just divide these two and get 1.21 atmospheres. Now that all my units match up, I can just plug it into the equation. So I'm going to take 1.21 times it by 158 equals 0.83x. All right, let's make a prediction real quick though. Now that we have our pressures here, let's talk about what happened. Did pressure go up or did it go down? That's right, pressure went down. So what should volume do? It should go up, so let's find out. So when I take 1.21 times 158, I get 191.18 equals 0.83x. So now I'm going to divide by 0.83, and I get that x equals 230.3 milliliters. And yes, my volume did go up. If you have any questions about number 6 on practice 6.2, don't hesitate to email me, remind me, and I can help you with that, okay? All right, so let's go back to share screen. All right, I have some extra clips here. If you want to open up the PowerPoint and watch a few more things on Boyle's Law, you absolutely can do that. Feel free. Don't feel like you have to, but if you still would like to understand this a little bit more, these are some clips for you. And then your assignments for today. All right, you need to complete the Ed Puzzle on Boyle's Law. So you need to go to edpuzzle.com. There's a link on Canvas. You can just click it, take you straight to the site. Make sure you sign in, and then you should see your Ed Puzzles that are assigned to you. Find the one that says Boyle's Law, and you just need to click it. Click on it, complete it. It's a YouTube video, no more than about 5 minutes, and it's going to pause in certain parts and ask you questions about what you just saw. So there's 6 questions, I think, 6 or 7. It shouldn't take you very long. You can rewatch a section if you need to, but just complete that assignment. And then we have our first quiz. So the quiz is also on Canvas. You'll open it up. Please remember that your quizzes are open note and open practice. Feel free to use those if you'd like. Please also remember that it is a short quiz. It's only about 5 multiple choice questions. You'll probably want your notes, a piece of scrap paper, and your calculator. 3 questions will be content questions, and then there'll be 2 math questions, probably one on converting from one pressure to another pressure unit, and probably one on Boyle's Law. I'm going to give you about 20 minutes, so make sure you start this at a time where you can then finish it. I don't believe it should take you 20 minutes. Like I said, it's only 5 short questions, but I'm going to give you plenty of time if you need it. If you have any questions about that, please email me. Please note that all your assignments are due for Maroon Day on April 21st at 11 p.m. and for Gold Day, April 22nd at 11 p.m. And lastly, don't forget, we will be hosting another live session on Monday, April 20th. Remember, you do have to attend 3 out of 5 of them before May 14th. We've already had one, so I believe this is our second one. You only need to come in for about 10 minutes. And please honor the last name section that I give you. It's just a chance for us to say, hey, need to check in with you to find out how things are going. So do remember this is for a grade, and please honor where your last name is about the time that you pop in. That way we don't overcrowd Zoom and crash the system or anything crazy like that. All right, guys, as always, reach out to me if you need anything. I'll talk to you later.